Hello and welcome to another Rock Climber Life video. I am your host, Jeff Zafford. Today I'm reviewing the Metolius Alpine PAS, and PAS stands for Personal Anchor System. Now they call this the Alpine PAS because it's about 40% lighter than the original PAS. The original PAS came out several years ago and it was made of standard loops of webbing, like you would see in shoulder length slings. But this one is made of, a lighter material similar to like Spectra or Dyneema. I'm not exactly sure which one, but it's that type of material. So it's much thinner than nylon, and it's stronger for the weight. So it's quite a bit lighter, and I think this is a really versatile piece of gear. And I want to talk about that in this review, and also how I like to use this. So basically, if you took a shoulder length sling, like a standard sling, and a daisy chain, and they made it together, you would pretty much have this. The advantage of a shoulder length sling is it's super easy to use for an anchor if you just want to girth hitch it to your harness and clip it into an anchor. And it's full strength, of course, within that loop. The disadvantage is if you want to make it shorter, you have to tie knots in it. Now a daisy chain has the advantage that you can clip all the different loops, but they're not full strength, so you have to back it up with like the very end loop, the main loop. So this kind of combines the best of both worlds. What this is basically like a link, like a chain link made of webbing. So hopefully you can tell in the video that like each individual link here, it's a closed link. So that's one loop, that's another loop, that's another loop, and so on. So it's basically a chain of webbing links. And then at the very end, there's this kind of different sort of looking double loop thing. And this is the end that you clip into your harness. So all you do is you girth hitch this into your harness. You can either girth hitch it into your belay loop or your two tie-in points, whatever your preference is for this scenario at hand, whether you're in multi-pitch or single pitch or whatever. So you just girth hitch this in there, and then that'll pull up tight against your harness. And then you can take any one of these links and you can clip into any one of them. So if your anchor is only so far away, you can just clip in right there with your carabiner, and then it's full strength right there. Well, if the anchor is a little bit farther away for convenience, if you want to stand farther back from the anchor, whatever the case may be, you can clip in further out at the very end. And I also like that the very end is a different color. You can see this is orange and this is blue, so you can tell right away what is the end of this thing, so you don't make a mistake. So that's pretty convenient. Also, if you really want, you could connect in to one part of the anchor here and then another part of the anchor here, so you're redundant. Of course you won't be equalized, but let's not overthink this. So you would be redundant there if you want to clip in to two separate pieces in two anchors. So overall, it's a super versatile device. I really like the PAS. I would say the only downside is racking this on your harness. It's kind of clumsy to rack and it's inconvenient. How I like to rack a shoulder length sling is you just take it, you twist it up, and then you put each end together, and then it just kind of coils up real nice and it stays tight to your harness. Well, with this thing, I haven't really found a great way to kind of contain this mess. So I kind of, clip each link or every other link, something like that. But it's kind of a mess, and it's not really, I haven't really found a better way to rack this onto your harness, and that's if I don't want to keep it girth hitched to my harness, and then I would just put it on the side on a gear loop. So that I would say is the only downside to this, is racking it, keeping it organized on your harness, and keeping it quick to use. Other than that, I think this is a really usable piece of gear. They're not super expensive, and it's really lightweight. Like I said, it's 40% lighter than the original PAS. So you can definitely find room for this on your harness, especially in a multi-pitch scenario. Not only clipping to anchors, you can extend rappels. So this is great if you're doing multi-pitch rappelling off the side of a large rock face. You could extend your rappel on one of these links, and then you could use the other link when you get to an anchor to clip in. So kind of the possibilities are really endless with this versatile piece of gear. So like I said, overall, great piece of gear. I suggest you check it out. This is the updated version. This is the Alpine PAS. I guess they call it the Alpine because ultralight PAS, It's just everything is ultralight these days, so you got to come up with a different name. So it's the Alpine PAS. But other than that, great piece of gear, check it out. And with that, this has been Jeff Zafford with another Rock Climber Life video. Be sure to check out the blog, rockclimberlife.com for more. Thanks for watching.